I'm Shelly Palmer here for Brand Innovators, and I am very privileged, honored in fact, to be with Roland Osae-Oppong, who's a performance marketing manager at HP, one of my favorite companies on earth. Roland, hey.
Nice to meet you, Shelly.
What's going on?
Such a pleasure. Great to be in Austin. Beautiful weather, beautiful place.
It's fantastic.
Can't beat it.
Truly is. So, I'm a giant fan of everything HP, from Omens to Omen gaming computers, printers, of course.
Yes.
And the printer ink programs, which I've been unfortunately addicted to my entire life. So thank you for that.
So we did a great job there.
Yeah, well done. What's going on in performance marketing at HP?
Exciting stuff. Because of where our economy is going, because of where the market is going, it's been a great time to enter performance marketing, try to grow it, try to maintain our momentum in there, right? Try to push more people to come to our website as opposed to going to retailers. Come see what we have to offer in addition to the excellent service we have.
You do have excellent service. And when you say come to our website as opposed to go into our retailers, does that make the retailers sad?
No, it doesn't, because the retailers can always sell a Dello and a Novo. No, it doesn't. Coming to us, you get all the original parts, you get all the excellent service that you need, plus you're guaranteed of the warranties and all that extra service that is covered, right? So it's very important for us to have that direct relationship with our consumers. You experience our brand at a different level. You experience what we have to offer, and most importantly, we can develop that loyalty and relationship with you.
Yeah, no, that makes all the sense in the world. What are the tools and techniques that you tend to use as a performance marketer at HP? I mean, what are you concentrating on?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Most recently, we're dabbling with AI. It sounds like a buzzword lately because, everyone.
No, I hadn't heard it. I hadn't heard it.
Right?
Thanks for bringing
Are we the first?
Yeah, you first got
it's been good, right? The development of AI, right? If you think about what it was a year ago, what it is now, what it's going to be a year from now, is rather intriguing, right? So where do we enter? Where do we play? How can we use it for what we do? What role does it have to play? In our business, there's an art and a science to what we do,
sure.
Right? What can AI do to help us? We figured out the science part of it, helping us with our processes, make us more efficient, make us deliver more in time. I think we're still trying to figure out the art component of it and find how it contributes and makes our work more effective.
A lot of people are using frameworks now for performance marketing, and they're pre-prompting with variables as opposed to trying to get this thing to write copy. They're giving it enough tools so that it doesn't hallucinate through the copy process. But what interests me most about the things that you are or might be doing has more to do with the measurement of the efficacy and the effectiveness of those campaigns, right? It's like, get a lot of emails. Email is the drug of choice for most performance marketers. Yeah. How's that working out for you?
I'm so glad you bring up measurement. Measurement is always so, how do I put it? Subjective in the world of marketing. In the world of performance marketing, it starts to be very more objective, right? I'm putting this much money in. What am I getting out?
Right.
And how do I know what I'm getting out is what it is, right? If I were to stop performance marketing, do I still get the same results, right? Then now we start to go into the world of incrementality. It's been very interesting. Email, for all intents and purposes, is free. So anything else I get out of email, that's profit all the way, right? Now we're trying to understand, outside of email, are there other media channels that we can invest in and get the results out, right? Such that if I'm able to invest, Shelly, say you have $10 more, can I put $10 more and push that valve and get that incremental revenue that I'm looking for? That has been what's tricky. Trying to understand which channel is able to drive the most return on our investment.
Are you invested in influencer marketing in any way as a performance marketer, or are you what are the channels you're looking at the most carefully? Yeah,
I think our easiest go-to is SEM. SEM is always great. It's objective. It's direct. It's a pull. You know the person is looking with a very high level of intent. Yep. Programmatic is a fantastic channel to go to. I think ultimately when it comes to it, it's trying to stitch that journey, right? So there's room for influencers, but am I able to stitch that influencer's impact all the way to the conversion, right? Given what we do at HP is not an impulse product.
No, not in any way.
Right. So through the influencer, can I get them to push that person from one level of consideration into the level of purchase? Can I get that influencer to drive that person to the door to actually purchase that? That's what we're looking for. I think there's a role for it.
So how do you think about the funnel, in your performance world? What's the Roland version of a marketing funnel?
That's a great question. This is always a trick question. Sometimes I think the funnel is non-existent.
I knew you were going to say it. That's why I assumed you were going to say it.
I believe, I believe sometimes the funnel is non-existent. Only because we are in different, either it's non-existent, let me rephrase, either it's non-existent or it's a continuously growing and moving funnel, right? At any point in time, you're at any point in the funnel, right? You could be in need of a PC, you could be in need of a printer, and not knowing the need up until the opportunity arrives. And at that point in time, we're not going through awareness.
Nope.
We're not going to consideration. We're at the point of purchase, right? We talk about an ink program, we talk about our printer program, we talk about a subscription program, right? We want to be there when you need us. Does that mean that would take you through the funnel journey? I don't think so.
Yeah, I had a feeling. So because you need to be Johnny on the spot when my XYZ broke, well, not that HP products ever break.
Never.
Not that I would ever have a problem with my printer or my PC not working.
At all. User error usually.
But yes, but assuming that my user error caused something evil to happen, I'm in market when I'm in market.
Correct.
So you need to be ever present.
Correct.
And that is really hard.
Very.
So, okay, I'm putting you on the spot. How are you dealing with it?
It's been a challenge. It's been a challenge because, especially with performance marketing, I'm spending the money and I want to see the results as I spend the money.
Right.
I can spend the money just in case you happen to be in market, right? What if I spend the money today and you're only in market 6 months from now? How do I stitch the value of my investment now to 6 months later when you make the purchase? I'm looking at my results every single week, right? So I think what's going to be important, and we go back to the final conversation, what's going to be important is constantly being a reminder to our audiences and our consumers that if you do find yourself in that position, here is the solution for you, right? Be in the back of their mind. So already, look, talking about funnel again, already keep our customers in the consideration, so keep ourselves in the consideration instead of the customers. So when the need arises, they know the solution.
So there's a name for that. It's called brand love or brand awareness, right? I mean, so it's a different kind of marketing. It's awareness marketing, where awareness doesn't necessarily solve your problem as much as just reinforces and confirms the biases and just brand love. Oh, they love me, right? It's the Clydesdale horses.
It's all over.
You know, the HP Clydesdale horses, all day long. But at the end of the day, performance marketing doesn't generally budget for that.
No.
So what is your relationship, and if this is too proprietary, you don't need to talk about it, with the other brand marketing techniques, right? You've got call to action, where we're calling you to, it's the Columbus Day sale, but it's Thursday. I can't buy it till Monday, so I got my call to action, right? Performance, do it now, press the button, click now, and hey, I just need you to know that I love you and you're a potential HP client, and
I'm here for you.
And I'm here to be your printer person when you need me. How do you interface with the other marketing groups, and how does that symbiosis work?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's great. And I think we talked about email, right? So having a close relationship with the email team. Email is free, right? The cost of email, or the cost of doing business for email is just owning the property, which it's a fixed cost already invested, right? Being present in email, sending those constant reminders. Another thing that we do very well is keep a close relationship with our brand team, right? We want to be in alignment with what they're doing. Let's say we're approaching, as you mentioned, Columbus Day. We're approaching Columbus Day 2-3 months out, right? We want to make sure alignment to the brand team and the communication is consistent with what we're going to do 3 months later, right? If our sales and all that is going to go out on PCs, we want to make sure that journey starts with the brand team and is consistent. If the messaging from the brand team is talking about the AI opportunities in our products, the functionality in our products, we make sure that that is the key selling point we are re-emphasizing when we get to the sale period. When we get to that Columbus Day and you want to buy, and we know that's important to our market audiences, we start with the brand team, keep a close relationship, and keep our messaging and communications in alignment.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So I'm going to flip the script for a second. You mentioned that AI was invented recently.
Correct.
Yeah, which I'm very happy about.
Right.
All kidding aside, we're transitioning from a time of curation to generation, and we're able, in very short order, to be able to generate messages against propensities of people to buy. And measurement will be harder than ever, but more important than ever, as we are using a lot of data to generate content at the right time for the right person, right place, right message, in a way we never have before. And I don't know whether that happens in 3 months or 6 months or not, but it's sooner than later. Some people are trying it now. It's in its primitive stages. With marketing on the cusp of massively changing, how is, and you don't have to answer this if it's proprietary, but how is HP getting ready to adapt to what is clearly the biggest shift in marketing in our lifetimes?
That's such a great question. I don't know if I have the perfect answer for that. When I think about it, I've had a couple of conversations with people around here. When I think about it, I think it's preparing ourselves to understand where is the lowest point of entry, right? What is the soonest, easiest thing we can solve with this solution that's out there. I think AI, as you put it, is ever evolving, ever changing.
Sure.
Can we keep up with it? No, but we're going to be one step behind it. So with the current solutions and the current abilities we know of now, what can we solve in our current iteration of our processes, right? Start to implement it, start to learn ways that it's able to help you, and then iterate it from there. I think that's what's going to be important, right? Trying to keep up with it's a constant chase, and I don't think we're ever going to get there. But what's going to be important for us is being that one step behind and being able to understand how it is that we're using the solutions that are in place, right? What is the low-hanging fruit for us? Can we go after it and build upon that?
No, that makes a lot of sense. So do you guys use HP computers at work?
Yes, we do. We're required to.
Really? I just wondered, because it would be really weird if you used Dells or something.
Right, wouldn't that? Dell would be very happy.
The business in computers has really, really changed over the last few years. It became super competitive on price. Gamers have their own world. They like to build some, but you guys also have gaming PCs.
We do.
The Office has become commoditized in ways that really is super price and service competitive.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to ask just a little bit about the service component, because it's the little quiet part that no one thinks about except the people who actually buy computers.
Correct.
Right? I'm buying 50 computers, I'm buying 100 computers. Yeah. When they inevitably need a little bit of love and care, how does that process work? What's the way you guys have found that best works to communicate that because that can't be the fine print in this environment.
It's not allowed to, not at all. I think you start to lose customers when you put in the fine print because no one reads the fine print. It's such a great question, Shelly. We recently developed a whole division called a workforce solution.
Uh-huh.
They go beyond just the point of purchase, transaction, and interaction. They are there for when you buy your 50 computers to help you through the process of hand-holding, curating, selecting, your journey after the purchase, making sure you set up right, making sure your warranties are in place, making sure they service you beyond the purchase. As you put it, we did identify an opportunity there to engage with our customers beyond the purchase, and that's what keeps them coming back, right? Because of the 50 computers, at some point, if all goes well, your business is scaling, you're going to need more. We want to be the person you consider and come back to, right? So this organization has been solely focused on providing that solution as an added service and benefit to that purchase.
That is a drop the mic moment. Right. Roland Osae-Oppong, I can't thank you enough, Performance Marketing Manager at HP. I don't work for HP, but I should. I'm Shelly Palmer for Brand Innovators. We'll see you next time.